What's up, y'all? I want to welcome y'all back to 80 Cooks, and today we're doing a St. Louis style barbecue rib, and this is going to be one of many episodes where I'm taking the camera outside and I'll be cooking outside in my backyard on the grill. What we have in front of us is a St. Louis style cut rib, and first off, what you want to do is you want to make sure you clean your meat. That's the first thing with any type of meat. And what we have in front of us is a membrane, which that's what we want to pull off of this. So I'm going to show you how to get this membrane off. I hope it doesn't give me a hard time. Sometimes they're easy, sometimes they're not. Looks like this might be kind of easy and it may all come off at once. There we go. It's an easy one. And that's it. What you can do, you can take off some of the fat. I'm not that type of person where I like cutting my fat off, so I'm gonna leave it just like that. Okay guys, welcome back. Once we took off our membrane, we want to go ahead and season this, and I have my own little seasonings that I mixed together. It's paprika, seasoning salt, onion powder, garlic powder, paprika, pepper, and I think that's it. But we're going to go ahead and season this right now. You want to make sure you rub it all in real good. And the reason why I say I like keeping fat on my food, I mean, it's especially when you're grilling. I mean, it just adds flavor to things. So I like fat on my meat. So we're gonna flip it over. Apply some more of this rub or seasoning to this. And another thing you don't want to do when you're barbecuing is over seasoning your meat. Barbecue sauce has, you know, that's if you're using barbecue sauce, but barbecue sauce has so much salt in it. When you're seasoning your meat to barbecue, if you're adding barbecue sauce to it, all you want to do is just make your meat flavorful. That's all you want to do. Okay, our meat is seasoned. Okay, next step, what we want to do is we want to roughly chop us up some red onions. To add that into my on top of my St. Louis style rib, and I'm going to take a green onion. It doesn't have to be perfect, just want to roughly chop it up. Okay, we're gonna move our St. Louis style rib back over, and we're gonna add a little bit of Italian seasoning to this, because we're gonna let this marinate overnight. Oops, that might have been too much. I thought it was. It's okay. Flip this baby around and get some of this Italian seasoning, or not Italian seasoning, but Italian dressing on this end of it. And this is going to make your rib very juicy and tender. And it helps with the cooking process too. So what we'll do, we'll go ahead and cover this, let it sit in our fridge overnight, and tomorrow we'll be cooking barbecue out on the grill. Okay guys, we went ahead and let our rib marinate overnight. And I have a hot barbecue grill going on right now. And this is our rib. If you all have a top rack, put it on the top rack. And we're gonna put this bone down. We're gonna take these veggies and put them over the top. Let's make this easier. And that's about it, y'all. You just want to make sure you watch it, make sure no fire is kicking up at this point. There was a fire before while I was putting the rib on, but it's probably going to die down once I place the hood down on the grill. So we should be good. I'll probably check it in like about 15 minutes and see where we're at. Okay guys, welcome back. It's probably about 30 minutes I've had this rib on there. And I didn't tell you all at the beginning of the video, I added some pecan chips to this as well. So it's smoking real good. So let's take a look at it. And it probably can be flipped over at this point. Looking good. And you can kind of tell that the bone is kind of separating from the meat on there. That means that it's cooking. So you want to pay attention to those bones. But everything is looking good. We're going to go ahead and let this cook on this end for probably about another 30 minutes. Okay guys, we are back and it's been about 30 minutes. We're gonna go ahead and check on this other side of this rib. And as I told you, that the bones are kind of detaching from it. So everything is looking good. As you can see, bones are separating from the meat. That's showing that we are probably close to it, but you kind of want to let it cook. And another reason why I said that if you have a grill with a top rack to it, if you have a grill that has a top rack to it, it makes it a lot easier because you can smoke your meat. And smoking does a lot of the cooking. And it's not direct heat on everything too. So it's not burning, it's cooking slow at a certain slow cook, and your meat is smoking, and it's just perfect for barbecue. So what we're going to do at this point, because I feel like this meat is done, because I'm looking at the bones, and when I picked it up I can kind of tell that the meat it's a feel to the meat that it's ready. We're going to move it down on this second level. And simple base to this. All I did with this barbecue sauce, all I did was add water and barbecue sauce, because I don't like a thick barbecue sauce when I base. I just like a real thin type of barbecue sauce. So that's basically what I did. and you can add garlic or any type of seasonings or herbs to it, but basically all I did was regular water and barbecue sauce, and we're just going to baste this. Pretty simple, pretty easy. So I'll let that go ahead and cook, and at this point, because it's down on the low level, you want to make sure, and it's direct heat on this, you just want to make sure you watch it now. So probably in about 5 minutes I'll come back and look at it, but be careful when it's down on this lower rack with the direct heat, because it can burn real fast. Okay guys, about 5 minutes. Let's go ahead and check on our rib and flip it over and baste the other side. And look at that bone. It's just like, get away from me, meat. I don't want to be around you no more. That's telling you that this meat is ready. And you can kind of see on that side as well. We're gonna go ahead and baste this. Make sure you baste it real good, and like I said, everything is optional. You don't have to baste it. If you don't like barbecue sauce on your ribs, you don't have to do it. It's up to you. I like a little baste on my barbecue. Now I don't like a lot of barbecue sauce on my meat, but I like a little basting on it. So I won't be adding any more barbecue sauce to this once I'm done, because I don't like a lot. But that's just my preference. So we're gonna go ahead and let this cook for another 5 minutes on that side, and we should be close to done. Okay guys, we're gonna go ahead and check on this. About 5 minutes on this side. See, the bone just came right off the deal. This is done. So we're gonna go ahead and take this meat inside. Make sure we don't drop it. And what you want to do with the meat, you want to cover it. You don't want to try to cut this right now. You want to cover it with foil and let it sit for about 30 minutes. And if you want to add more barbecue sauce on it, like if you like yours to be a little saucy, you can add more onto it once you take it out and baste it a little more. But this meat is done. We're gonna go ahead and let it sit for about 30 minutes, and then we'll cut it. Okay guys, for about 30 minutes, our rib was sitting up, wrapped in foil. We're gonna go ahead and take it out of our foil. If I can get it out. So what we're gonna do, we're gonna go ahead and try to cut this. And I want you all to see how tender this is. I can get some sort of grip on it. Okay, we're gonna go ahead and cut this. I'm doing them in 2 ribs at a time, so. Oops. Come on. And the only red that you're gonna see in this, if you see any red, it's not cooked. But if you see a little red, like on this section of the meat, that's smoke. probably don't have the sharpest knife. And that is our ribs, and I'm gonna show you, like, this is the thickest part of the rib. Cooked, juicy, and that's what we want. You see the red from the smoke on the outside of it. So this is a good piece of rib. Everything is done, it's cooked, and I want to appreciate you all for tuning in. Please like, share, and subscribe, and peace, y'all.